Welcome to How to Show with AnnaMae. Sister,
And Mama.
I'm AnnaMae, and today we're gonna make Christmas crackles slash saltine Christmas bark, whatever you want to call it.
So this is definitely a family favorite, and everyone who tries it loves it. We call it Christmas crack for a reason because you will definitely be addicted.
She made it for one of Baba's hockey games, and the coach wanted more.
Yep, and we had to keep making it. So, all right. So what we're going to do first is we have a saucepan here on the stove. We are going to
What are we
add.
preheating the oven to?
Oh, I'm sorry. We preheated the oven to 375. So while that's preheating, we're going to do the rest of the stuff. And so we have the pot, and we are going to put 2 sticks of butter in there.
2 full sticks.
Mm-hmm.
I hate ew. Ew! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Please get out! Get out!
It helps if you like open the package.
I did it.
Okay.
No. Ew. Ew.
Well, open the other side. Just hold it like this. Wait.
Ew,
And
my
then
hands
open
are all
for-
greasy.
Well, it's okay. It's just butter. And then dump it in.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna be stirring this as it melts because we're gonna be we're gonna be adding the sugar to it. Okay, so here you go.
Wait, I have to mix?
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna show you the basic recipe. There's obviously different things that you can do with this. You can use different chips. We're using semi-sweet chocolate chips, but you could definitely use different chocolate chips. You could use white chocolate. You could add, peppermint candies to it. I know peppermint bark is pretty popular, so you can kind of decide.
Saltine crackers?
Yeah. So you can kind of decide if there's something different you want to do with it. I know that, quite some time ago, years and years ago, we actually used to make it with, instead of using sugar, we would use Splenda, so that it wouldn't be, it's like a sugar substitute, so that it wouldn't have as much sugar in it, but it would still be really sweet. And so, there's different things that you can kind of do, to make it different. And so,
My arm is getting.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the butter melt, and we're gonna add the cup of sugar, and mix it in, and then we're gonna boil that for 3 minutes. And so we're actually gonna pause the video so that we can do that, so you don't have to watch us stir it for 3 minutes. And so once you see that the butter sticks have melted, you add in the 1 cup of sugar, mix it together as it starts to boil, and you boil for 3 minutes. We will be right back.
Right, we're back.
All right, so the butter and sugar mixture has boiled, and we have a timer set for 3 minutes. So we're going to keep an eye on this for those 3 minutes. And while that is boiling, we are going to start getting the crackers in the pan. So we have a jelly roll that we've completely lined with aluminum foil, which is very important to keep all of the mixture inside of there. And we're going to take saltines, and we're going to lay them out flat on the pan.
Why do you use saltines?
That's just part of the recipe.
Yeah, but didn't you make the recipe?
I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
And there may be spots where like you can't fit a whole cracker. You can kind of break one up. It doesn't have to be perfect. They can overlap a little bit if need be. With something like crack, you're going to be breaking it up anyway, or bark, or however you call it. You're going to be breaking it up anyway, so it doesn't need to lay exactly perfect.
Oh, oven's done heating.
So like I'm at the bottom of the pan now, and a full cracker doesn't fit, so I'm just kind of putting pieces there. Yeah, our oven is ready to go, and we're just waiting for our timer.
These crackers are getting on my nerves. Okay. Crackers are getting on.
That's fine if they're cracked, because remember, we're going to end up cracking it anyway.
There.
We can put it down here where you can put it like right where it belongs.
This thing doesn't not want to open. Let's cooperate at all. Let's cooperate.
Oops, crack that all the way across.
There we go.
So we're almost done lining the whole pan with crackers.
We're done with the soap. Give us flag.
Okay, we can fill this with the rest.
Sorry for constantly leaving my throat hurt.
Anna keeps eating marshmallows because her throat hurts, and marshmallows help your throat.
Oh.
So that is our 3-minute timer. So we're gonna turn off the butter mixture, the butter and sugar, and take it off the heat. Okay, we're gonna let it sit here for just a second while we get a half a teaspoon of vanilla to mix in there. And so we are using the double strength Madagascar bourbon pure vanilla from the Pampered Chef.
Long name.
Yeah, it's double strength vanilla, mix it nice and yummy. So we measured that, pour that in there. Oop. Still bubbling up like crazy. Okay, and we mix that up. And then what we want to do is we're going to pour this out and spread it out all over the saltines. Not yet. And so we are going to try and get all of the saltines covered with the sugar butter mixture. So usually I just kind of like pour it, kind of spread it out a little bit as much as I can.
We have a spreading
You're going to use the spready tool.
Yeah, where is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is the spreading tool? Oh, there it is.
Okay. You can use the brush.
Yeah. You get this wrong.
I don't need the white face. So I've poured that all on here, and we're gonna. Anna's using a brush tool, and I'm just using the back of the spoon to kind of spread the butter. Ow! You gotta watch what you're doing. You hit me with the butter, babe. So that's one thing you got to be very careful with, is not to touch the butter sugar mixture, because it will burn you.
Oh, sorry. You can burn me now.
I would never do that. Yes, baby. Yep. So just make this kind of get all spread out across the crackers. You want to make sure they all have like.
Make sure they're nice and soggy.
Yeah, you want to make sure that it gets onto all of them. If you have some,
nice and soggy.
You have some crumbled up in the corner, you want to make sure that we get down there too.
A little white stuff.
You got it.
Oh, sorry, my elbow went into the camera.
You got the crackers down there. What do you think? Ready to go in the oven?
This is a lot.
Once you get this all spread out, you can put that in the sink. We are gonna put this in the oven. Again, it was preheated to 375, and we're gonna put it in for 6 to 8 minutes. We are cooking it on a Pampered Chef stone pan, which tends to cook a little bit on the faster side. So I'm probably gonna check this at about 6 minutes. See how it looks, if it's all like bubbly and soaked in and stuff. If not, then I'll give it another minute or two. And then we will be back with our program to show you what we do once it comes out of the oven. All right. All right. So what do we have here, babe?
We have our cooked saltine butter sugar mixture thing.
Right. It comes out of the oven. And as soon as it comes out of the oven, you want to get these chocolate chips on there right away. Why do you think we don't open that one yet? Why do you think we want to get these on there right away?
Because they'll melt when they're still warm.
Yeah, so we get it on there while it's still warm so it melts. So we're going to measure out 2 cups of chocolate chips. In this case, we got mini chocolate chips. They're going to melt a lot faster just because they're smaller. So it looks like we bought 12-ounce bags. It looks like, because I'm speaking. It looks like we need slightly more than a 12-ounce bag to make 2 cups. So I guess it probably depends on what size of morsels you get. Will depend on how many you need. So we have this cup. Really make sure you spread it out over there. What? Okay.
Oh, that was a lot.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Yep. Spread it out, baby.
I'm trying. Ah. I'm gonna get too many clumps in one area and I'm not be able to do that.
You're trying to eat one further.
Oh no. Making sure they don't mess up the camera.
Yeah. And then you take
They're already melting.
Honey, you can't get it on here. So what you do is you take the back of a spoon and you just kind of spread it. Go ahead. You spread it out on top of there. Make sure you don't touch the pan. Guest chef. So you spread the chocolate as much as you can on there, so you get just a little bit of chocolate over the top of everything. So you want to make sure that you're spreading all the way to the edges so that you don't have saltines that don't have chocolate on them.
Because that's just gonna taste weird. That chocolate. Yeah, Linda's eating sugary, buttery. I did say hi to the camera, Glenn. The people would have loved to see you. People love it. Look, they hello. They love me more than you. Wow. But they love you more than me. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. They love you more than me.
They love you. They love you both equally and in your own ways. Because everybody's unique and special. So what we do is after we get this spread out as much as possible so that the chocolate, there's a layer of chocolate on top of all of the crackers, you're going to go ahead and put this in the freezer for about 2 hours. If you have a deep freezer, it probably won't take 2 hours. And again, we're using the Pampered Chef Stone that does freeze a little bit faster. And so it might take a little bit less, but you could also leave it in there longer and it would be fine. But the idea behind the freezer is that it's going to harden all of the chocolate so that you have this nice layer on top and everything's all nice and firm. Once we get it out of the freezer, then we just break it all up into a bowl or a container so that you can serve it to your friends, your family, and eat it yourself. And of course, now you have these spoons with delicious chocolate on them that you're going to hold over here. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and lick them. And then we will be back when the bark is frozen to show you us breaking it all up.
We're back. Yeah.
So we have had the bark in the freezer. It is sufficiently hardened, as you can see. And so you can kind of use the aluminum foil if you're able to kind of roll it up and start breaking it apart. But you can also sort of just pick the pieces up and crumble them as well. And then you don't need to use a knife. And then you can, again, put it in any kind of container you want. Obviously, because it is chocolate, you want to make sure that you don't put it in a warm place because it's just going to end up melting. But obviously, Quinn is already enjoying it. What do you girls think? Go ahead.
Let's go.
Delicious, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.